Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends. A little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be going through my vintage radio gear collection and all my radio gear. It'll be a quick video. Reason this video's come about is a massive thank you to my good friend Jerome. He actually donated 2 sets of vintage radio gear to the channel, or to my collection. It's not really a channel, it's for my collection. He donated Tamiya 7.2 EX racing pack battery and charger all in one. Not the battery and the charger's all in one, but what Tamiya sold, which I've shown you on Tamiya Legends. But I'd put out, I can't remember, I put an advert, not an advert, I'd put some of my other vintage transmitters on an Instagram post, and I think Jerome must have seen them. I think that's how it came about. And he said, look, I've got these 2 for you, completely free if you want. Didn't realise at the time they were fully boxed. So we've got the Acorns Technisport and the Samwa-SP, both vintage radio sets. This one's got something rather special in, which we'll get to. But in this video, obviously I'll show you these first, and then I'll dig out my other sets and just show you what I've got, because eventually, long-term goal, I want to have a small collection of radio gear. At the end of this video, when I come back on, there's 3 sets of radio that I still want, and I'll download some pictures and I'll just show you them. But anyway, here's what I have at the moment. Right, so we'll have a look at these 2 first that Jerome's just sent me, because to have them in the original boxes is super cool. Which one to start with? Shall we just leave the camera running? It's going to be a little bit noisy. And you get that awesome polystyrene sound. Look at this. Look at that thing. That is incredible. That really is. Acorns Technisport. Look at that with 2 servos. Big chunky receiver. Alright, one more. Bit more noise, I'm sorry. Oh, look at that. That folds up. Yeah, telescopic aerial. God, it looks so dated now, doesn't it? It really does. Your crystals. That sound very tinny. God, that is awesome. That aerial that falls down. It's alright, noise again. How cool is, let me get the box. How cool is that? That is so cool. Yeah, it's a set I never used, I've got to be honest. I don't think I've ever had this set before. But yeah, to have it now, it's just off the chart. And then onto the Samwa-SP. Ultimate Proportional Efficiency Advanced Technology by Samwa. And there it is. What's mega cool about this, sorry again for the noise, is this transmitter. Because for me, back in the day, my first radio gear was a very basic Samwa kit. It wasn't the dash, it was before that. So this looks very, very familiar, especially the battery indicator. Because my dad was a model maker long before I got into the sort of RC world. So all the radio gear, and he didn't have much of it, but the radio gear he did have was for boats and planes. So my first radio set, I used a Samwa, and it was a 3 channel. It had a little knob up here that moved for the 3rd channel. So this, feel-wise, is incredibly similar. That's really nice memories, actually, really nice. So, what makes this a little bit more special? So, obviously, transmitter, steering servo, the battery box, receiver. But I believe, or it looks like it came with this unit. Now, I've got the instructions for this kit, but for this set, but I've not looked at them yet, because I thought I wanted to make the video, just getting a little bits of polystyrene off. Look at this thing. Sanwa BL Fighter. So, a fair bit of weight to it. So, what I think this is, so as you can see, you've got your switch, your motor wires, and for your receiver. I was going to say, and I'm wrong, I thought this was... Okay, I'm confused now. I actually thought this was a receiver electronic speed controller built in, but it's not, because you've got your wire for your receiver there. So it's an electronic speed controller. It's got this, look at the lugs to mount it. That's very cool. I can't believe the weight that's in it. So yeah, if you've got any information on this, please let me know in the comments. What a cool thing. So I mean, there's a space in the box for it, so I'm guessing this came with the kit. Damn, that makes it so cool. I wonder if that's working. I wonder what motor limit it had on it. Right, so these are the other three sets I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I'm being lazy. I do have the receivers for these matching, but I just couldn't be bothered digging them out, because this is all going to go on display at some point in the future. But this is one of my favourites. So if you don't know it, this is a Futaba Magnum Sport. Very, very cool kit. Now, there is an issue with this. It does work, but the battery box has kind of fallen apart, which is really unfortunate. It's been repaired. I tried to glue it once. So to make this work properly, I will have to source a battery box for it, which is not going to be easy. I'm not really that concerned about it, because it's a showpiece after all. But yeah, the fact that all these sets are working does make it a little bit extra cool. And then look at this one, the Futaba Attack BF. That's one of my all-time favourite transmitters, and I've no idea why. Really haven't a clue why. Again, all fully working. I've got the receiver, matching crystals. Not used this in a car yet, but 100% will in the future. Again, don't know, but it is one of my favourites. And quite possibly right up there, this one, as one of my all-time favourite transmitters. Obviously, Acorn's Techni Plus. I just love this. I don't actually know why. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I do know why. I've probably had more sets of this radio than any other over the years. It was kind of cheap and cheerful, so when you buy cars, you know, with a little bit of age to them, with radio gear, probably, I don't know, 5 times out of 10 you'll end up with this Techni Plus radio set. But yeah, I just love it. It feels so good in your hands to use. I'm a massive stick transmitter fan. I can use both easily, whether it's stick or pistol grip, not bothered. They say pistol grip for your steering and stuff, you get better control from it if you're racing. I don't know, I've used both, but when you've used pistol grip for a long time and then you go back to stick, it's really special. It just feels old school. Here's another one to show you. I don't fully know what this is. It says Tiger, and is that Carson? I can't even make that out. Oh no, Jam. Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't know what this is. I got this, shout out to David, I got this radio with the Tamiya Mad Fighter. Again, all fully working. The rest of the radio gear still in the car. Top of the aerials missing, very common. But quite a cool thing. I like the shape of it. It's very plasticky. I guess it's a very basic set, but it's cool to have, especially in fully working order. And very quickly moving on to more modern stuff. So this is my Tactics set. I use this all the time for running videos. It's quite cheap and cheerful. Why I love this, it's got all the basic settings I need, but it's an antennaless receiver, which I always use now. I can't do with wires, especially the old ones where you needed a full antenna tube. And then just quickly, this is the best set of modern radio gear I own, the Noble MV4. Haven't used it yet, which is ridiculous. Keith, massive thank you for sending this, my friend. I think I've got 3 receivers with it as well. This is a really cool 2.4 gig radio set. It does so much. But what's the only reason I'm being lazy and I've not used it yet, which is ridiculous, is because I need to upload all the latest firmware on it, and I just haven't had time. So I've had this a while and I've not even used it, which is just ridiculous. But once I do get this set up, because it's programmable up to about 10 cars, this will run every car I've got. And here's a cool set. Shout out to Jason. This came with, this is actually the Tamiya, for the Tamiya Supreme Hornet, which was a ready-to-run kit. Yeah, it's just very cool to have a full Tamiya set of radio gear with matching Tamiya steering servo and receiver. It's very cool. So yeah, once I get the Supreme Hornet built, I'll get this on display. And finally, again, a massive shout out to Keith, RC Icons. He sent me this a long time ago. So you will be seeing this, but not on this channel. This is first going to go into my Tamiya Mountaineer when I finally build it. Yeah, very cool. FlySky FS i6S. It looks very complicated to me. It's tons of channels, and Keith actually sent me it for my 148 Semi Aeromax truck. Which I am getting another truck again on the other channel, so eventually we will get it set up to do lights, sounds, and everything else it can do. But it will first be seen getting used in anger on the Mountaineer build, because obviously that's free speed and it needs a radio set like that. So pretty damn cool, I think. At least I think anyway. I love them. I love anything like this, I really do. Never really envisaged putting a collection of it together, but as these things go over years, you get ones and twos, and I have got rid of most of them that I've had, but I just, for whatever reason, started to keep them, and now I have what you see. So at the beginning of the video, I said there's another 3 sets of radio gear that I really would like in the collection, and there's no particular reason for these. It's just that I really, really like them. So yeah, I'll put pictures up. So the first one is obviously the Tamiya Ad Spec. This is the original one. I had a full box set of this radio gear when I started this channel probably 3 years ago, and I raffled it off in a car on the Facebook group, which I totally regret now. Such a cool, it's just very different looking, and it looked really high end at the time. With a stopwatch on the steer wheel and stuff, which never worked. That particular set came with the CPI unit, which is a built-in receiver speed controller, and was first I think it was kind of made when the Avanti came out in '88. I'm not too sure the year that radio came out, but I'm pretty certain it was around about '88, because when the Avanti came out, it had that CPI unit strapped in the back of it because there's just no space in that car. So that's the first set I'm looking for. Second set is an ACOM set. And I don't actually know if it's got a name. It's just ACOM's 2.4 gig, I think. But I'm sure it will have a model name. I've had one of these sets a long time ago. It was very early when the 2.4 gig stuff came out. And yeah, I don't know why I want one in the collection. I just think because it's ACOM's and it's possibly the first 2.4 gig ACOM's did, kind of want it in the channel, and I just think the transmitter looks mega cool. And then finally is one that you probably know, which is the Spectrum DX3. Again, that's more modern, that's 2.4 gig. And again, I've had a couple of those sets over the years. These radio sets in today's terms are rubbish, I get that, but this is for collection. But the DX3 in that silver finish, I don't know, for me it just floats my boat. So that's the 3 sets I would love eventually in the collection. I shouldn't say this on video. If you do have any of those sets, contact me. My email is in the about section of this video. But if you're looking for crazy money, don't bother. And that's not me wanting something for nothing or cheap. I'm just, as with everyone, money's really tight, so I'm not putting this is not an advert to say I'll buy what you've got, because I probably won't. But yeah, if you know, you might get my curiosity if you send me a picture of something you have. Just those three though. If you've got any other older radio sets, honestly, I'm probably not interested. That sounds mean, doesn't it? I don't mean it like that. But yeah, I know you can go like cars and you can just collect and collect, go into the core propo stuff and all that, which is never ending. I need to have a line in the sand of what I actually do want in the collection. So Jerome, again, if you're watching, my friend, a huge thank you for these two. Just so made up to have them, and because it's got in the original boxes and polystyrene and all that, just super cool. And that one with that speedo. Again, if you've got any information on that speedo, leave it in the comments as well. Right, I'll shut up. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave us a thumbs up if you did. Leave us a thumbs down if you think I'm a dickhead. What else is turn on notifications for notifying you of our weekly videos, obviously. And subscribe if you haven't. That would be fandabby-dozy. And as always, my friends, have a great day.